My name is Christopher Taloa. I'm a professional bodyboarder and a light worker. Some of the achievements I've had with bodyboarding, I've been a U.S. amateur champion. I've been on tour for about 5 or 6 years, back and forth. Traveled all over the world, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Tahiti. Through bodyboarding, I've been able to be in the limelight over and over, countless amount of times over again. I've had several covers of all different types, from Australian magazines to Japanese magazines to mags in the U.S. I'm a strong figurehead in the surfing industry, and we use a lot of the wrists, we use a lot of the forearms, we use a lot of arm strength, shoulder strength, everything that the whole body has to do, a lot of core strength, to be honest with you. The core strength and the arms and are so key with bodyboarding. We use it all the time. We have to hold these boards, we have to be able to paddle into these waves. And for me as a stand-up bodyboarder, I have no fins, so I have to use my hands all the time, swimming all the time. And you know, pushing conventional weights can be very boring. It's a lot of weight to carry with you everywhere you go. And I saw these guys over the trade show recently in Anaheim, and I had broken my wrist maybe like 3 weeks prior, and I wanted to get somehow to get the muscles to refire again. They weren't working all the way. It's like a tennis elbow thing. And I got the ball in my hand and I started spinning it, and I didn't spin it for very long, but every single muscle in my hand burned, including the ones that didn't want to work, and that thing hurt like mad. I put the thing down, I kept walking around trade show, I didn't think anything about it, and I felt the result that I was getting, and I knew that for bodyboarding and for the training that I do as a bodyboarder, going and hitting the bag and doing Muay Thai and a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu and a little bit of boxing, that for all of these sports, I really saw that this thing would be really good for your wrists and your forearms, and getting the small muscles to fire up before you were to go into competition, training. I wouldn't have to carry weights everywhere I went, and I just had to go back to this booth, and I had to find out how I could get involved with these balls, these DFX Powerballs. And I started using the thing. They gave me one of the balls. I went back home with it for about a week, and I was playing with this ball, went back and forth, getting it going, and I could really feel a very large noticeable difference in the way that my wrist was reacting every morning I was waking up. And it wasn't as stiff, it was getting warmer, the blood flow was getting through, and I was breaking up the scar tissue, and I knew that it was strengthening my wrist a lot differently than anything else. Right now, after just working with it right there, I feel a strong burn in this area of my thumb. I can feel it definitely within this crease of my wrist. And, you know, skaters, surfers, bodyboarders, anybody like jiu-jitsu, break dancers, you know, they're using this a lot. And this area gets built up to a point where you just know that when you're going to go down on certain situations, that you feel that much stronger about what you're going to be able to recover from if you get hurt. And if you don't get hurt, you know that it's because you strengthened this wrist as best you could. And this thing, it adds to that confidence level for sure. You know, the warm-up that I feel in here right now, my hand is just like fried. It's just fried. But I know that if I were to go into the water and just take a couple strokes, it would open it all up, and this thing would be warmed up and ready. There would be nothing cold going on. So if you did have like maybe some plates and screws in your wrist from whatever you were doing, this thing is gonna definitely warm it up, so you're not gonna feel that.